This presentation is part of the academic writing series produced by Ask Academic Skills at Brunel University. In this video, I'm going to discuss how to structure your introduction, that is, how to organize and construct the beginning of your essay. In this session, I will explain the different parts that make an introduction, explain the function of each part, and finish by reviewing the main points. The purpose of the introduction. The introduction should make the reader want to read, that is, it should be interesting. For more on how to begin your introduction, check out the Ask video called Beginning Your Introductions. Your introduction should provide a short overview of the essay. It should be like the map of your essay that will help your reader follow your arguments. You can do this by addressing the following questions. What is the essay about? Why should we be interested in the topic? How am I going to address the topic? Finally, you should state your main argument or thesis statement. So let's look at these questions in more detail. What is the essay about? Explaining what your essay is about does not mean you should repeat the title. Instead, you should explain what you will discuss by presenting the main issues surrounding the topic, and say in what order you are going to discuss these issues. Because there are different ways of addressing a problem, by following the steps I just explained will show your reader how you interpret the title. Why should we be interested? Here you need to explain why it matters to research this topic. Is there anything new that we may learn about this topic by reading your essay? There is always a reason why we research a topic. It's often difficult to identify the reason, particularly when you are at the beginning of your studies. This is because it takes time to develop a clear understanding of your discipline, and at first you may not be able to identify anything new that we can learn, but you should start thinking along these lines early in your studies. Your reading around the topic is crucial in helping you with the task. Explaining why we should be interested will show your reader how you relate your work to existing research. How are you going to address these issues? Here you need to think about what data you are going to examine and what methods you are going to use to examine them. Explaining how you are going to address these issues will show how you think about methodological issues. Finally, add your main argument or thesis statement. It means that you need to summarize the main point you want to make. This will tell your reader your overall stance in relation to the topic. And finally, please note, the introduction should be approximately 10% of the total word count of your essay. So you may need to write only 1 or 2 sentences in order to address one of the questions above, depending on the length of your essay. This means that you must express your thoughts very clearly and concisely. The introduction should not be a summary of your arguments or findings, it should be the map to your work. Remember that the key points to addressing your introduction are what, why, how, and finally, add your thesis statement. This was a production by Ask Academic Skills at Brunel University.